the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, as tonight we are here at Legacy Daytona for the Bumpy Road 250. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm your host. My name is KR Stolfus, and in the booth with me is none other than the illustrious wordsmith himself, Dave Worrell. Dave, welcome to the show.
What's going on, KR? How you doing? Glad to be back. Holiday season. I can barely fit in the chair. Illustrious, I don't know. Voluptuous, maybe.
I don't know about voluptuous. Maybe flabby?
Voluminous. How about
Voluminous. There we go. Volumetric.
I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
The space is being filled.
Not between my ears, though.
No, that's hollow. I have the same problem.
Well, man, a little bit of a holiday. I hope everything was good on your end. Hope the drivers can fit in their driver's suits back into the cars. A big field here tonight at Daytona. So back into a little familiar territory now, KR. So I'm assuming we're going to see some 3-wide action a little bit early.
Yeah, here for the Bumpy Road 250, they waste no time in getting 3 wide, but it is much more difficult at this very rough track compared to the rescan Daytona track. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting race.
Trying to see if there's anybody out there that we can lock on to. Just a handful of drivers laying in some time lapse. First lap's going in the board. What's that, about 9-10 drivers turning in their first time lap already, so look for the speeds to pick up. No surprise there. Logan Hilton top of the speed charts for now. 63 running a quick time. 51.92.
Eric Laurie setting a 13th quick lap time in that 0.71. We watched him throughout his entire warm-up lap. Now we're taking a peek at Adam Kilday in the 85. Kilday, defending champion, as he makes his way down onto the tri-oval. And Kilday gonna cross the line and move up into second place. Now make it third as Zach Fritsch tops the chart with a 51.82.
Yeah, a couple other drivers still out there getting up to speed. Bubba Winningham, Sean Macara, believe Everett Lane's out there. Gabe Butler on his time lap as well. So we'll see what the 88 can do here.
Gabe Butler in the 88 on his time lap. Down the backstretch, heading for turn number 3. We like turn 3 here at the Turn 3 Racing Network.
It's the best turn to be in.
Yeah.
No
Butler.
seats means no neighbors.
Butler onto the front stretch, heading for the tri-oval across the line, and Gabe Butler going to take pole position with a 51.78. So Gabe Butler on top of the charts. And with that, we're going to step away for the national anthem. No one go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as our drivers are taking to the grid on the starting line. So let's get ready and go through our starting lineup for this one here tonight. On the inside of row number 1 with a quick time of 51.783, that is Gabe Butler in the 88. To his outside, that is the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Row 2 made up of Bubba Winningham in the 6th and Vicente Guerrero, the Italian stallion himself, in the 14. Row number 3, Adam Kilday in the 42 of Peter DeBorgia. Row 4, Josh Ball and Zach Workman. And row 5, Stephen Luttrell and the 44 of Anthony English.
And in row number 6 here tonight, behind the wheel of the Roasted Gems Coffee number 63 machine, Logan Hilton with Richard Kuhn, 47 just to his outside. Reynolds wrapped with Jimmy Reynolds in the 17, inside row number 7 with Jeffrey Carlsby just to his outside. Robert DuPont and Kenny Reel back in row number 8, and in row number 9. The 53 machine of Dave Hunt, followed by the 3 of Alex Green. Rounding out your top 20 will be the 62 of Les Levy and the 81 of Dustin Logston.
David Overstreet and Jeff Crosby Sr. make up row 11. Row 12, Eric Laurie and Sean McCara. Row 13, Everett Lane and Sean Stevens. Row 14, Mark Mann and Andrew Schroeder. And row 15, Alex Giffen and Dan Harrington. And at the tail end of the field, we'll have Lynn McNeese and Adam Schramm. There you have it. That is our starting lineup for the Bumpy Road 250 here tonight. Dave, this track gonna rattle some teeth all race long. It's got some character to it, and we're getting ready to find out how much character they have here tonight.
Yeah, it's not called the Bumpy Road for no reason. The inside lane, a lot of character built up over the years. You can see the truck's porpoise a little bit. We may get into some of those terms a little bit later on, but gonna get ready to go as the pace truck makes the left-hand turn down onto pit road to the restart zone for the first time here tonight, and on the gas, green flag flies as we go live at Daytona.
As they sail off for turn number 1, side by side, no one taking the early 3 wide, everyone wanting to try and get up to speed before making any drastic moves. It's already been talked about amongst the drivers. Going 3 wide too early could be a sign of not a sign, a death wish, if you will. And so yeah, I don't think we're gonna see it too early, but sure as I say that, someone's gonna try it.
Well, then it's a little bit of a broadcaster's curse kind of thing coming. You know, we like to look into our crystal balls and predict the future from time to time, and most of the time we get it right when we cue in on one person. But up here at Pack Racing, side by side, 3 wide at, I think we're gonna see 3 wide. I mean, we've seen it at what was that, Atlanta, the repaved Atlanta Super Speedway. So I would expect to see these drivers a little bit more comfortable here at Daytona. I could expect to see the 3 wide. But with a long night, I think it's more of KR. I think it's just maybe some of the veterans stepping up and saying, well, you know, we don't need to do it so early. And just as I say, we don't need to do it so early, we got 1 ducking out 3 wide, 2 trucks now jumping to that high side as they make their way out of 4. Gonna cross the line, lap number 3. Gonna go on the board, contact with the 11. Woo.
Yeah, Kenny Reel able to hold on to it, reeled it back in. Now 3 trucks, 4 trucks trying to make something happen. Sean McCara, last time by, turning the fastest lap of the race at a 47.14. Was Sean McCara using that 3rd lane to help him turn a quick lap. 4 trucks in the 3rd lane. The 3 of Alex Green not really looking like he's committed to either this middle lane or the outside, trying to float back and forth there.
It looks like we got a little Magic Man action on that outside lane to 47. Now you see him and now you don't with Richard Kuhn. So I think that's going to slow the roll on the high side a little bit. And just as I say that, there you can see everybody dropping down. They don't want no part of that. 3 wides, a little bit rough enough. You get some pinky blinders going on up there. That makes it a little bit unpredictable.
Working lap 4 of 100 here in this race. Lap 25 going to be our stage break for the first stage. Speaking of stages, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened last week. I'm sorry, let's look at our stage winners, or none of it. None of it's working. That's great. So Dave, let me fix this while you talk about what's going on out there.
Well, I hope you get that fixed because I want to see some of the replays. Unfortunately, wasn't able to catch the race last week, so waiting on the replays myself. Still side by side, front of the field for Dvorak and Guerrero. Vicente Guerrero, pole sitter, down inside the lane still, behind the wheel of that 14 machine. Instacart, Zachary Workman working it over at the front. Speaking of Instacart, a little bit of a promo for Amazon right here. Walmart, Cyber Monday deals. You get them while they're hot. You only got a couple more hours left. I'm sure you got some gifts to give or some kids you need to help out. Donate. Do something. It's the holiday season. We know you got it in you. Don't be a Scrooge. But anyways, we're going to get back to talking about what's on the track here. Not a lot for the 11 going on. He's going to drop the anchor parachute to the back, dropping outside of the top 15. Only truck in that 3rd lane, still doubled up all the way through your top 12. And KR, you got that ready to go?
I do. I got it all fixed up. All right, so last week, there we go. Lynn McNeese picked up the race win last week. 2nd place went to Jimmy Reynolds. Gabe Butler rounded out the 3rd and final step of the podium. Our stage winners last week were Tyler Miller and Gabe Butler. And with that being said, Gabe Butler earning 4 stage wins to his credit so far this season. Everyone else, just 1 stage win. Josh Ball, Tyler Miller, Kenny Reel, Jimmy Reynolds getting a stage win, Zach Workman, Peter DeBorgia, Logan Helton with 1 stage win, and Adam Kilday. As we got our first yellow flag coming out. Dave, this one happening in mid-pack.
Yeah, trying to look back to see what we got. Looks to see, I believe, Schroem may have been involved in this one. A little bit of an off-track moment there for him. Alex Griffin DuPont was also involved. Trying to go back and check it out and see what we can see. See if we got any of this on the replay. I'm not catching any.
It looks like Adam Strom getting airborne going off track. 126 getting out of shape right into the tri-oval. Tags to the left rear of the 87. The 87 goes spinning, but no major contact with the wall amongst anyone. Just the 87 getting a little bit of air, coming back down, and then settling it before it gets into the wall.
You know, they do motocross in that child. Jeez. They run some motocross, some MX races down there on the infield at time to time. Haven't done it in a while, so I don't know, maybe DuPont was just trying to give a little bit of excitement to the fans.
Well, excitement they got. As our first yellow flag is on display here tonight. Nobody yet making their way onto pit road, so with that, we're going to step away for a break. No one go anywhere. We'll be right back after this. Everyone making their way onto pit road as we get back into this broadcast. Nobody's staying out. Everyone hitting pit lane. They should have enough fuel to make it to the end of stage number 1. So this yellow coming out at the right time for the fuel loads, if you will. Vicente Guerrero winning the race off of pit road. And it looks like 2 tire stops for everybody. Richard Kuhn in the 47 did not hit his pit stall. He just drove through pit lane. We'll see if he's going to make a stop next time by. Dave, I don't know about you, but so far leading up to this first yellow, the racing was pretty good.
Races seem to be, you know, for the most part, calm. You know, everybody kind of hold and serve there. Not a lot of moves being made. Not a lot of jockeying for position. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, though, KR. I'm picking up that Fritz as well as Butler went down pit road, but never actually stopped in their box either. So 3 drivers inside of your top 5 didn't stop for fuel. Am I seeing this right?
Not according to my timing and scoring. Zach Fritz, Gabe Butler did stop into their pit stalls. 2 tire stop for both of them.
All right, well, we'll have to fix up some pit road tools, but it is what it is. I don't know, man. It's still pretty early. You know what I mean? You're gonna see. Well, we've got drivers heading back down pit road. Vicente gonna bring a handful of drivers with them. Looks like Fritz is going to stay out this time. Butler also going to stay out. Anthony English, I believe. DeBorgia also staying out. Kilday, Logston, Macara, Real, Luttrell, all going to stay out. Logan help you get around out your top 10 now, but it's early. You mentioned some of the veterans and some of the drivers talking in happy hour in pre-race about maybe not jumping 3 wide a little bit early. So maybe the consensus with the field is just to, let's stick it out side by side. We can get some great racing action like this, get some good slingshot going on, with some Ricky Bobby moves, if you will. But for the most part, just it's got that long run feel to it already. Whereas when we went to Atlanta, lap 5, we knew we were going to have some short runs throughout the rest of the night. Tonight just seems like we may be a little more geared to seeing those long runs, and it may be the green flag pit stop.
Yeah, the Daytona track here, even though it's rough, the drivers do give themselves a little bit more room, and that does tend to lead to longer green flag runs. It's hard to crash by yourself. Not impossible, just hard to crash when no one's around you. And so that tends to be what happens when you give a lot of room. You get all that space, you can save the car, and then get back into the throttle before it's all said and done. And next thing you know, we're at the end of the stage, and it's been caution without yellow flags. Good griefs, I can't spit it out.
Spit it out, it's not yours, but it's theirs. And on the gas, green flag flies as the engines come back to life. Butler with a little bit of a better run on that high side than your control truck of Zach Fritz. Outside lane getting going, but watch for the inside to come back. A little squirrely for a few trucks back there about mid-pack. I believe that's going to be the 3. A little bit of a moment down there on the apron through 1 and 2 for Alex Green. They're going to get it all situated, sorted out. And I would say hit down the backstretch side by side, but we got some stretching out in the back of the field already.
Yeah, a few drivers towards the back of the pack falling off just a little bit, but not far enough that they have lost the draft just yet. But they're going to need to try and get caught up before it's all said and done, because it's very easy once you lose the draft to go a lap down. So Gabe Butler side by side with the 12 of Zach Fritz. Fritchie down on that yellow line. He has Anthony English and Adam Kilday working that inside lane with him. Gabe Butler, Peter DeBorgia, and Dustin Logston, the top 3 trucks in the second lane. They come around to complete lap 12 and start lap 13.
Yeah, KR. It may look like these trucks are handling fairly decently, but when you get back in the pack, right around that 10th, 12th, 15th, 16th spot, if we jump on board, if we got an onboard camera inside one of those trucks back in the pack, you can really see a lot of movement out of these drivers as the 24 of Everett Lane has a bit of a moment, shuffled to the high side now. Feel free to go by him down on the inside, but a lot of movement out of these trucks, not quite as stable as they may appear.
Dan Harrington has the new fast lap of the race at a 46.78. So Dan Harrington getting it done quickly here. As we ride on board with Everett Lane, you can see the bumps, you can see the trucks getting out of shape. And you can see them fighting that wheel, trying to hold on to it. One of my favorite tracks, Dave. This is one of my favorite tracks.
You'd honestly, I used to be a really big fan of super speedway racing, mainly because I got to just pretty much just lay on the gas pedal and not really worry too much. A little bit more behind it than that, to be exact, but it got to be where it made me a little bit dependent on a draft. Didn't have to really work on the setup of the car or the truck very much to really be competitive, so I want to say it kind of hurt me on developing the mechanical knowledge a little bit. But as far as just fun times racing, absolutely some of the best racing I've had has been super speedway racing.
Yeah, super speedway racing is fun. That's why this OP series has lasted as long as it has. Good place to have some fun. Just hang out with your buds and do a great job of racing. Before it's all said and done, you have past 2.5 hours of your night. Sometimes you walk away a little bit sweaty, sometimes not.
I don't know if sweaty's a good thing. I'm not going to sit and lie. I've won some races where, yeah, I was definitely not the one to hug after the race. I'll just leave it at that. But it can be intense. That's for sure.
Speaking of intense, Instacart 19 just scraped the wall there.
That's just a little 50% off.
Yeah, a little bit cheaper now. Slightly used.
Slightly used. I like it. Well, there goes Joe to the top. I believe that's going to be... I don't even know who that is. That's going to be the 63 of Logan Hilton, isn't it?
Logan Hilton is in the 63, yes.
Yeah, the roasted coffee bean. Oh, DeVore at a pit lane.
All by himself, too. Not sure what this one is for, but the 42 is on the pit road.
That was a little bit of an awkward pull to pit lane, because he was second or third on that inside lane and just yanked it down to the apron and down pit lane. Couldn't be a fuel issue or a stage issue, right? We're not gonna throw the caution if there's not a reason for the caution at the end of the stage. So not really sure what the issue may be.
Yeah, I'm not sure either, but he's back out there. He is still all by himself, so it's only a matter of time before the field catches up to him. Once they do, they'll make quick work of putting him a lap down, but the good news is he'll be the only one lap down for quite a while.
I mean, not a bad thing at a super speedway, because you can pretty much guarantee in bank that there's gonna be some problems at some point in time. You're more than likely going to be able to get the lucky dog or get a wave around. So not necessarily a bad thing, but it's never a good thing to find yourself running solo at a drafting track. I mean, a 1.5-mile track can be pretty detrimental. Whoa, trouble at the front.
Ooh, Zach Workman sideways in front of the field. And the yellow flag comes out.
KR. Holy. Jeez. There should have been about 15, 20 torn up trucks right here. And for the majority, minor scrapes.
Take a
how
look
they
here
didn't
from
block
the
field.
spotter. You see the 19 got airborne. One truck, not sure who that was. Somebody looks like they experienced some ARCA braking.
Yeah, but again, man, like the numbers of trucks that aren't messed up is crazy.
Yeah, it's good to see everyone kind of survive that.
Yeah, a little bit of net code and a little bit of bumpity bump going on there, huh?
So as everyone lines up down the back stretch, I don't think this is going to be the end of the stage.
We got 100 laps here tonight, correct? Right around lap 21 is when this caution came out. I don't know. I think they call it the stage, man. I'm just guessing. I have no idea. So,
Yeah, I'm not sure I know either.
can we get a parlay on it? Anybody willing? No? Okay. Just never mind.
Well, with no one coming down pit road, I'd say that it's not the end of the stage. So Kenny Reel is our race leader. All right, Dave. So we're going to have, trying to do the quick math here. So not good math, but the quick math. I think we're going to have a 2-lap shootout for the end of the stage.
Let's see. They should be working lap 22 right here. So we're going to go around at least one more time before we take the green flag. So you're looking at taking the green flag coming to lap 24, so maybe a 2-lap shootout, yeah?
That's what I got. That's what I got. 2 laps. You know how much trouble you can get in 2 laps?
Is that how much trouble I can get into? Or like, because when you say how much trouble you can get into, is that like me specifically? Because if it is,
sure.
I mean, I can get us banned from the track, from the state. I can do a lot in 2 laps. You'd be surprised.
Banned from the state, huh?
Or is that not a good thing? That's not, I probably should, you know what? Yeah, live here at Daytona. It's Saturday night. As I make KR die now. See it. This is where see what happens when I come around. See, I make things just interesting.
Oh, choking on my own air. All right, so the field's stacked up side by side. We are going to get the green flag with on lap 24. So that'll give us 2 laps to get to the end of the stage.
So I don't think we're gonna have a stage-ending caution. What do you want to put some money up on that one? Can we get a parlay on this one? I think I'm good to go on that. I think we stay green till at least after the stage.
That's a bold statement. Let's see how it works for him, Cotton.
I don't know who Cotton is, but
You never seen Dodgeball?
yeah, I was being facetious.
I was not.
I could tell.
Well, in YouTube chat, oh, it's Logan in the 63. Dang it. Sorry, Logan. It just now dawned on me that that was you. Either way, the green flag is out.
Big jump by the 11 on the bottom. Big push to 17.
Kenny Reel and Jimmy Reynolds get a good start, but the 81 of Dustin Logston has the 63 of Logan all over his back bumper. Logan pushing very hard.
And I wonder if Logan out in the chat, as you mentioned, just had a chance to look up there for myself, but I wonder if he thinks maybe just a push gone awry, maybe causing that latest caution that we had, maybe just trying to check himself and make sure it wasn't of his doing. We all know how some of these drivers can take when they feel that it was their doing to cause some chaos and some carnage, but nonetheless, we're going to stay green flag racing 3 wide as a jump. The middle to the top is take control of that high side. Logan Helton, we're going to go 3 wide for the race lead, first time through 1 and 2. Yeah, we'll make that 3 wide for second now. Pied Piper at the bottom. Yeah, you better get a bigger flute. He ain't going to keep them boys at bay too long.
No, as they make their way down the backstretch, we're headed for the green and white checkered flag for the end of the stage. Everyone very close together. Dave, that bet almost happened as they almost brought out the yellow. Not done yet. We got to get to the start finish line.
Can Crusher.
And
He's
not
up
going to
and
make it. The 24 crosses the line first, but the yellow flag came out. Not sure who is going to be scored as our stage winner. That one was pretty close when the yellow flag came out. But Zach Fritsch getting involved in this. Jeff Crosby Sr., Peter DeBorgia, Vicente Guerrero, Adam Gilday. Fritsch going up and over twice. Kilday pointed the wrong direction. Sean McCara. Peter DeBorgia getting into the 85 of Kilday.
For the 12, I mean, he was all the way down, actually on pit lane, up against the inside wall too. Just nightmare of a situation. One heck of a ride, that's for sure.
Yeah, he went for a ride for sure.
Truck wasn't sure which way and direction it wanted to go.
Hard impact for Dan Harrington as well. But it looks like Dustin Logston going to be our stage winner. He was the first one onto pit road. So let's see if we can't get a word in with Dustin and confirm that he is our stage winner just as soon as he gets done with his pit stop. 4 tire stop for the 81. Dave, take it away.
Dustin, is Dave in the booth? You got a copy?
Absolutely.
Well, hey, man, congratulations on walking away with the stage 1 win here. A little bit of chaos in the later stages of this, later laps of the stage, I should say. Walk us through what it went down from your seat and how'd you get it done?
Not without help. I mean, that's for damn sure when it comes to this track here. I got to thank Kenny Real, man. He gave a good push. It was a little iffy there on that restart. I didn't know what happened. I seen he fell back and the restart kind of got jumbled up. I got to thank Helton too. I mean, he gave solid pushes there, but he jumped to the high line, was probably burning up and cooking pretty good. And Everett Lane gave really good pushes to get me clear of Kenny, and then I mean Kenny finished it off. So I mean it was good. I mean, hard racing all the way around. I can't complain. Good solid group of drivers here, but it was definitely close on fuel, that's for sure. And I think that's kind of what Kenny might have been doing, was trying to save fuel or kind of misjudge the restart box a little bit because it is 08 Daytona.
Well, man, again, congratulations on the stage 1 win. What's it going to take to get that Nerditudes 81 back at the front for the end of stage 2?
Lots and lots of luck. It's bumpy Daytona, baby.
All right, my man. Well, we won't keep you any longer. Before we let you go, shout outs, thank yous, love yous.
Absolutely. Got to thank the Nerd Esports team. Got to thank all the non-Nerd Esports drivers out here too that we work with. All the partners and supporters on this truck, and the wife and kids. Got to thank them. They're my biggest supporters. So.
All right, my man. We'll head down, elbows out, and we'll see how you go.
Sounds good. Have a good one in the booth.
Well, there you have it. Dustin Logston, our stage 1 winner. 3 yellow flags for stage number 1, Dave. That's better than last week. Last week, I think we were at 5 at this point.
I don't remember what it was
You weren't here.
Atlanta.
You weren't here last week. Atlanta. Talking about Atlanta.
Well, when you say last week, I just, I overlook last week and go to the last week that I was here.
Well, we had 4. It was 4 by the time we hit stage 1. All right, Dave, they're racked and stacked, ready to go.
Back into 3 and 4, doubled up, ready to ride again. We've got a full, I believe it's going to be, well, not a full 25 laps, going to come up about 23 laps to go to the end of stage number 2. So ready to restart, ready to roll once again. Gonna smash the gas once they get into the Geico restart zone, and just like that, green flag flies once again here at the Bumpy Road, Daytona.
Side by side into turn number 1, the 17 down along the yellow line, the 11 of Kenny Real holding tight to the door there of Jimmy Reynolds. They make their way onto the backstretch. Richard Kuhn in the 47, pushing hard on the 17. Only one truck in this race not on the lead lap. That is the 3 of Alex Green. 31 drivers still on the lead lap.
31 out of 32 ain't bad, and as long as As long as Green just stays out there, I think he's going to have that opportunity to get himself back onto the lead lap, because we're already working 3 wide at the front. Once again, the Extra Life sponsored 42 machine of Peter DeBorgia. He's wasting no time with help from Logan Helton and KR. If you had to have somebody behind you, I'm pretty sure you would be okie dokie with the fact that it would be the kid, Logan Helton.
It depends. Is it the last lap of the race?
Well, if it's the last lap, I don't want any of you people behind me. I hope you all wreck in turn 2 before you have a chance to get to me in 3. That's what I'm hoping. I'm just keeping it honest here. Like, I'm being completely, what did I call it, 100? I'm keeping it 100. And yeah, I don't want any of y'all behind me. Stay away from me. COVID, 6 feet. 6 feet.
Maybe. Maybe. I haven't decided yet.
Looks like we've got some undecided drivers out there too. A few of them wanting to really race, a few of them kind of wanting to race, and a few of them saying, you know what, I'm good for right now.
Yeah, as we go 3 wide, we got 3 trucks in the 3rd lane. Logan Helton, Stephen Luttrell, and not sure who that 3rd truck is. Josh Ball. That's why.
Ball. Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Ball. I'm not used to his new paint job yet. 2-time.
Well, you got to think it's Josh Ball and the Red Bull Ball. No? Okay, sorry. It's helped me.
Well, if it's helped you, maybe I should try it.
I mean, hooked on phonics didn't work for me, so I'm gonna throw that out there as well. ABC Mouse is really good though.
Yeah.
Ooh, big trouble at the front again. Josh Ball involved. The 44 is involved. Fridge picked up a piece of this action as well, so a second dance in the shenanigans territory for that truck driver. The 12 man, just telling you, he might need one of them sponsors after this.
Yeah, a lot of drivers caught up in this one. Let's see what happened. It looked like the big driver impacted by this one was the 44 of Anthony English, as he goes spinning. Adam Strom collected, John Stevens, Dave Hunt, Eric Laurie, Richie and Kilday going through the grass.
Not quite sure what happened to that one, but it looked like he's the one that got out of shape first and then just kind of stacked up, and you know how it goes from there. But just trouble in that outside lane. There it is. I believe he hooks the 44, and that's what sends English up to the high side before he spins back down to the bottom. There's a lot going on there.
All our drivers coming down pit road. Logan Helton in the 63 leading this field on the pit lane. And the 63 going to win the race off of pit road. Alex Green gets back on the lead lap. Dave, I'll tell you what. This one here at Daytona is definitely being a bumpy road.
Well, bumpy road, bumpy times. I mean, it's end of the day, man. It's super speedway racing. It's what comes with the territory: slowdowns, in mishaps, slip ups, carnage, chaos, whatever you want to call it. It's known to happen. It's gonna happen. If it ain't once or twice, it's gonna be 5 or 6. That's just kind of the nature of the beast and the style of racing that you get into with it. You know, some of the greats in real life have talked about their disdain for this type of racing, because you're pretty much guaranteed that you're gonna go home with a messed up machine. May not be totally destroyed, but it's definitely not. It's not showing back up at the shop the way it left. So, I mean, it's always a little bit of a rough go, a little bit of rough patches here and there when you're super speedway racing, but, you know, you see how crazy things are at 70 miles an hour on your local interstate. These guys are pushing nearly 200. So, I mean, gotta give them a little bit of slack, too.
Just a little, not much. So the field is stacked up side by side once again. We get ready to go racing as they work their way down the backstretch. All 32 trucks are on the lead lap.
I mean, this is going to put us, what, about 14 laps away from the stage?
5, carry the 10, divide the 15. I think so.
You forgot the square root.
Roots aren't square, they're round.
Well, depends on if you're square dancing.
Oh. See. Either way, green flag is back out. We get back into it.
Who is in the Jeff Crosby Sr.? I have got to take. I'm gonna get the binoculars out here. I'm digging that paint scheme. It reminds me of Labonte's Kellogg's paint, but it's not Kellogg's. It's Nerditudes, man. They did an amazing job on that wrap. Really working the team name into an old school feel paint scheme. Really like that. I know they don't give out points for the best trucks or the best paints, and since the Batmobile ain't in the field, he gets it. There's no vote, it's just who I give it to, he's got it. He wins. Whoa! How did... Holy jeez, 45 contact with the... man, I'm not even sure what truck number that was, but that Mountain Dew machine was all but slideways in the corner. Corrected it. No caution. Wow.
Well, that was a close one.
Who was that? Overstreet? Yeah, David Overstreet. That's who's behind the wheel of that Mountain Dew machine. A little bit of different look for that paint scheme as well. Silver and red. I believe it's a code red paint scheme, but throws you off with that silver look. Makes you think the core is white. Silver bullets.
We do have a few drivers coming down pit road. Stephen Luttrell is our race leader. And so green flag pit stop cycle has begun once again. And no takers second time around.
Yeah, but we're what, 11 laps away from a stage break? So these guys, even with the way the caution fell at the end of stage number 1, they should have had enough fuel to make it to the end of stage number 2. So I'm not really sure what the strategy is on this one. Maybe coming down to pit road, not going to lose the lap. So if we do get a caution, maybe they'll be at the front of the field with a little fresher tires, be a little off cycle for when we do start that third and final stage. So some crew chiefs may be thinking long game here instead of short term stage wins.
So with those,
what are you going for? What are you going for? What if you're the crew chief? What do you want your driver to do? What's more important? Is it the stage points, or is it that race win?
the race win is very important because it locks you in. If you already got one race win, then you start going for stage points and playing the game to accumulate as many points as you can. But that race win, you got to get that first one before you worry about anything else.
So how do you how do you manage that as a driver? How do you manage that as a crew chief? To you know, how do you know when to let go of the reins and when to reel them in? I mean, can you really tell a driver to be more cautious behind the wheel? How are you going to control that?
For me, I'm a short track driver. I'm in full attack mode all the time. And I drive as hard as I can for as long as I can and let the chips fall where they may. Is that how you do a NASCAR race? Probably not. That's why I never made it that far.
Well, certain scenarios, man. 5 to go. Ask Denny Hamlin. And I'll leave it at that. I'm gonna walk away.
I mean, I've won as many championships in NASCAR as he has.
Exactly. And as many virtual Daytonas.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we did have a few drivers come down pit road. Let's check in on them. Peter DeBorgia, Dustin Logston, and Jeff Crosby Sr. all hit pit lane. They hit it early. Nobody else has come down pit road. And so the pack is kind of closing in. But they're running close to about the same lap times, but the pack slowly, and I mean slowly, is a little bit faster.
Well, a handful of cars can go just as quick as these big packs, but the thing with the big pack here, KR, is it's busting a much bigger hole in the air. So while it's still a tick faster because there's more energy built up in it, they're punching that bigger hole in the air, so it does kind of take away from that just a little bit. So you get 3 to 4 trucks lined up single file, they can really make some headway. But that's the risk that you're always going to take. Even super speedway racing is pitting and not falling a lap behind, especially with smaller numbers coming to pit road with you. Definitely something that you gotta keep your eye on, but not anything you're gonna be too overly worried about, as we probably haven't seen the last of that caution flag fly yet here tonight. So look for DeBorgia and them to be okay. Still got the stage break to finish things out here, but for the moment, we're gonna stay side by side, front of the field, all the way through your top 10.
Yeah, everyone's still side by side. We're having a long green flag run, getting close to where these guys may hit pit road. It's going to be close on fuel, whether or not they can make it to the end of the stage. Keep in mind, just because you cross the line for the stage win, you still have to complete the next lap and get there on your own power. Otherwise, it is deemed a illegal, or not, is it illegal? Not valid stage win, because you do have to do the next lap as well. And that came about because people could coast to the end of the stage and pick up the win at the end and not make it around the pit road.
Well, you know, there's a beautiful thing about Formula One racing, and I know Formula One racing is really not the cup of tea for most NASCAR fans. Not enough beating and banging, rubbing going on in their gentlemanly style of racing, but you run out of fuel. You run out of fuel in Formula One. There is no more fuel in the car. I know you gotta add fuel to get to the end of these things, but I'm a fair and firm believer that if you run out of fuel and you have to have help back to pit lane, well, they should help you down pit lane and right to the garage. Because how do you run completely out of fuel and still have half a race to go? Like that to me, that's just, you deserve to be parked. That's all I'm gonna say. It is what it is. That's my opinion. So yeah.
Yeah, it's an opinion. That's for sure.
I like it. I like it because it's mine, you know?
It's yours. We'll let you have it.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's mighty nice of you. We got 3 wide going on at the front right now, though. KR14 gonna hustle on the high side, gonna drop all the way down to the bottom now. Logan Hilton gonna take control of that middle lane, gonna leave the 11 of Kenny Real all by himself at the top side of the speedway. His run's going to slow to a little bit of a whoa crawl. Big move trying to fit in line. Holy jeez, still wiggling. Golly.
I am surprised he did not crash.
I was struggling to stay talking.
That truck did everything but loop around.
There's a lot of tootsie out there.
Josh Ball, Anthony English, and Adam Schramm hit pit road that time. So another group of drivers on the pit lane. I don't know, Dave. I don't know if this main pack has got enough fuel to get to the end or not. We got a few more scragglers peeling off for pit road. I don't know. Are they gambling that the yellow's going to come out? Or do they really have enough fuel to make it to the end of the stage plus some?
Well, with the majority of the field, it looks like most of these drivers were on pit road at least at lap 33, right? So that's gonna more than get them to the end of the stage. Get them at least, I would probably say, somewhere around lap 55 or so. So you're in safe territory there on making that. Also going to give you a little bit less laps to run in that final stage. Holy jeez, the 53. We stay green flag, bro. Oh my, does he make it on pit road? That was amazing. Dave Hunt, man, that is my guy.
While we're watching that, though, they're going to be crashing towards the front of the field. But we stay green. Wow. Not only did we have an epic pit road entry by the 53 of Dave Hunt, but we saw a few drivers get out of shape, and now everyone is strung out. And this is coming to the end of the stage. Kenny Real at the line, gonna pick up the stage win. This
I don't
lap
know.
has
It looks
gone
like
wild. That has got to be the most
Yeah,
wild
and
lap
we're gonna
I've
have a
seen in
caution.
OP racing.
Yeah, they're gonna throw a caution here at the end. I think, who was that? I think that was Killday just tossed the anchor there when he came across the line to end the stage too. I don't know if you were paying attention to that right there, but those 3 trucks crossed the line and then Killday it pulled the ripcord, man, parachute, and I don't know, maybe race officials no other choice but to throw the caution after a wild final lap, and then ejecto-ceto going on right there. That has got to be one of the most wild laps I've seen in a long time with OP.
Trying to find Dave Hunt's entry on the pit road.
Man, he would have made some drift racers like smile. That was never touched the grass. If he did, it was bare. Amazing job.
Dave Hunt tried to come down pit road, but the 14 of Vicente Guerrero was just to his inside. And Dave Hunt manages to save it. But while all of that is going down, we have other problems. Dave Hunt, Logan Helton, Zach Fritsch, Jimmy Reynolds, all those guys getting into trouble. Wow. Words are hard for what that last lap was all about. And the 11 of Kenny Reel, who won the stage, is out of fuel, so I have no idea how this is going to be scored. Zach Workman leads the field on the pit road. So I think that means Workman is our stage winner, because Kenny Reel ran out of fuel before he could get to pit road. But did he do an extra lap? Oh boy. This is why rules suck.
I'm real confused.
Oh, nice play.
You like that? I don't know how they're going to look at this, because I do believe they did an extra caution lap. So would that be enough to fulfill that requirement of getting the stage win? And knowing that you're that close too, because if he doesn't get any help back to pit road, he's going to have to tow. And that's going to be, I would imagine, that's gonna leave him a lap or 2 behind the 8 ball. So, end of the day, even if he does get awarded the stage win, I'm not sure I'd give up 2 laps for a stage win. Bonus points or no bonus points, I don't know.
Decisions. Dave, do you want to talk to someone? Anyone? You can talk to me, it's fine.
Well, the last person asked me did I want to talk to anybody was in a white coat. You know what? We're not gonna get into that. We're just gonna act like that never happened, and we're gonna continue on here. But I mean, I'm more concerned about figuring out who actually got the stage win. I have no idea how this is gonna work out.
Yeah, I don't know who got the stage win either. And race control. There is no race control, or at least no live admin. So we don't have anyone we can ask. And either way though, lights are out on the Chevy Silverado. Dustin Logston in the 81 on the inside of row number 1 for this restart. The 15 of Jeff Crosby Sr. to his outside. Then it's the Bustin' Nut 62 of Les Levy. On the outside of Les, the 87 of Adam Schramm. Schramm has had his fair share of issues in this one here tonight. Stephen Luttrell in the 36 on the inside of row number 3, and it looks like everyone else made an unscheduled pit stop and will be starting on the yellow line.
Well, it's gonna be easy sledding for those guys on the high side. Not a lot of miss. They're gonna have to deal with. But wonder how many of these trucks are gonna immediately jump from the bottom to that top side. I don't know, but we fitting to find out. Pace truck in. Field rows to the restart zone. All the gas in. Green flag flies once again here at Daytona International Super Speedway. You're watching the OP. What is the OP Grand National? No, this is the Grand National. This is the OP Super Speedway Series. The premier OP Racing Super Speedway Series. I'll get it right. Second week, guys. Bear with me. Fresh off the couch, man. Fresh off the couch. No, I'm just kidding. Surprisingly though, KR, only 2 trucks. Make that a third one now. Gonna jump from that long train on the bottom to the high side. I would have figured a lot of guys would have jumped up there a bit sooner. Just to gain that track position.
Well, it's a gamble to go up there, is the thing.
Is it though? I mean, 2 wide, I wouldn't call that a gamble.
No, but third lane is.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, that's relative to who you are. Three wide mid-pack. Looks like they're trying to sort that on out. Logan Helton involved in that 3 wide. Bit of a skirmish. Contact up near the front. Bully moves going on. The 24 says, I'm here. I ain't giving. I ain't budging. And there's going to be some more problems. We got yet another caution here tonight. Things going to slow down once again back behind the iRacing pace truck.
I'm not sure what this yellow flag is for. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 goes for a long slide, but interesting. Maybe it's for the 17. Thought maybe he was going to crash, and so they threw the yellow out.
Yeah, I was just saying, we seen a lot worse than that going on that last lap, and we didn't see a caution. So maybe some of the officials had some of the teams in their ears, so playing it a little bit more to the safe side this go around.
So we're on our 6th yellow flag of the night. The good news is, Dave, we're past the halfway point. If it starts to rain, this race is official.
I would have used to have said how lovely of a possibility that could be, even though it would be in an impossible situation. With the implementation of rain and dynamic realistic weather here on iRacing.com, the world's #1 racing platform, there's a chance we could get an afternoon shower. I mean, we are in Florida. I had the opportunity to live there for a little while, so afternoon pop-up showers definitely a thing. So you never know, we could end up seeing a little bit of rain, but the problem with that, KR, is we've got lights here at Daytona, so it's gonna have to be a pretty lengthy rain delay to keep us from finishing this thing on out.
It could happen. I've seen weather in iRacing.
I mean, it could happen. It could. I mean, if you remember when we first got here to happy hour, there was a fair amount of fog that was set in over the track. Had a little bit of a hard time seeing down the backstretch and making out the truck numbers. So fortunately enough for the teams and drivers, that fog kind of lifted about halfway through happy hour and entering qualifying, and we've stayed fairly clear skied so far. But you know, there could be a hurricane blowing somewhere, and it's going to find its way here. I can tell you, I can guarantee you that. I mean, it always finds Florida.
Hurricanes are fun.
They actually aren't bad, man. I know that's going to probably sound very naive to some viewers or listeners out there, but unless you've been through one and enjoyed the fun of it, then you wouldn't be able to agree. Sure, there's some pretty scary situations out there, don't get me wrong with it, but also haven't been dumb enough to play with the big boys. You know, those smaller category 2, maybe category 3, you can still kind of have some fun in them. When you get up to the 4s and 5s, it's just better to go the other way. They don't like to play. They take your ball and go home with it.
Take your ball and go home with it.
Yeah, they don't even let you keep your own ball. It's crazy.
Dang old dang.
Anyways, so what do we got going on here, KR? Who we got up front? DuPont and Logston gonna bring us back to the green flag. Luttrell and Butler, Fritz Crosby. It's the Crosby and Crosby show. How about that? 6th and 7th on the racetrack. Griffin gonna restart in 8th. Winningham and Helton gonna round out your top 10. What's our biggest movers look like around here? Let's go with 21 spots for Alex Griffin. How about the move from him, man? 29th to 8th. Great run.
All right, on the front row for this restart is the 126 and the 81. Then it's the 36 and the 88. Row number 3 can be the 12 and the 33. Dave, these guys had a couple quick cautions here. I bet they're raring to go and trying to log in a bunch of laps.
Well, hopefully they're already logged in and ready to roll on the gas, and away we go once again here at Daytona. Lap number 60 gonna go on the board to leave us with 41 to go. I know that's tough math for some of you, but 41 laps remaining, so not enough to get to the end on one take of fuel. Hard impact in the outside wall for the 81.
And the 7th yellow flag of the night comes out. Dustin Logston looking very slow, very wounded in that 81. Andrew Schroeder in the 48 spinning down on the inside, but the 81 taking that hard hit. Looks like he might be done here tonight.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a lot of repair if he does have an opportunity to hit the track again. So he is going to be multiple laps down here. So yeah, just tough little bit of a break.
Oh my. There we go. Left it on automatic camera control and it went to front stretch and no one was there.
Looks like we're gonna have the majority of the field head back down pit road, so looks like everybody trying to top off with as much fuel as they can. Every little bit counts here and will help, but again, KR, I'm not too worried about the strategy call right now. I think you got a pretty big buffer zone on when you need to make that final pit stop. Everybody's going to need fuel from here at least one more time. So at this point, I don't think I'd be too worried about saving that extra, what's it going to be, 2-3 laps of fuel. I don't think it's going to translate into that big of a difference. I think we will see at least, I'm going to play it conservative here. I think we're going to see 2 more cautions here tonight, but I think we're going to see it after a little bit of a green flag run here. I think guys are going to start to really just try to get through the rest of tonight's race. A lot of guys heavily impacted in these final few cautions that we've had, so a lot of guys are going to just have to tiptoe on the toe beans and call it a day.
Tiptoe on the toe beans.
Tell me you know toe beans, man. You don't know what toe beans are? See, now we're... Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, viewers watching, you're now about to get an education. Toe beans, that it's cat paws, man. It's like the cat paws, they're toe beans.
I see. And this is common knowledge, or is this just something you made up on the fly?
Oh, I definitely didn't make this up. I promise you that. And I know me saying I definitely didn't makes it sound like I definitely did, but I promise you this is not a terminology that I've come up with on my own. This is things that have been told to me by people in this field that deal with animals.
Oh,
big
animals.
felines
I
too.
thought you were getting ready to say the field of toe beans.
No, they are in the animal field is what I'll say. I'm not going to give out what their occupation is and things like that, but just know they've seen monkeys on tables, the lions. I mean, there's you know, Komodo dragons out there, a lot of dogs and cats, but they know their fair share of stuff. So I would probably, if they call it toe beans, it's toe beans.
It's toe beans.
Like if I come If I come out there to you and you tell me to run the cushion, I'm gonna run the cushion. Why? You know what you're talking about, right?
Well, you better.
Well, see, there you go. If they say it's toe beans,
It's
by
toe beans.
golly, it's toe beans.
It's toe beans.
And this Super Trooper moment is brought to you by none other than Dave in the Cave.
Oh, let's hope there's no more yellows, because who knows what the next conversation's going to be like.
Yeah, we've dipped deep in the bag. We're talking about toe beans, bro. That is a Super Trooper moment for those of you that know it. Yes, this was a term that was given to me by this person 2 weeks ago to use, so I finally was able to fit it in. It means you're tiptoeing. You're walking easy, light. You know, because you don't hear cats walk, right? That's why they call them cat burglars, right? You never knew they were there.
Never
Kind of
seen
makes
them.
sense. Kind of makes sense. Doesn't make sense is how I got this job, but I'm here. So we're here. We're ready to roll once again. Pace car back in.
Pace truck pulls on the pit road. The rest of the field grabs some throttle and they get rolling once again. And into turn number 1 they go side by side. A lot of yellow flags here in this one. Hopefully this second half of the race going to settle down. They're going to be able to log some laps and we'll see a couple green flag pit stops. We do have at least 2 more pit stops on the schedule.
And it doesn't look like they're calming down anytime soon. We've got 3 trucks up there, third lane, working the wheel once again. Logan Helton looks like he wants to jump to the high side. He's going to do so. Now back to the bottom. Okie doke in that 99 of Alex Griffin up out of the spot. Griffin's going to take control of that outside lane. A lot of movement here, KR. Things getting a bit dicey. Fresh after the restart. The 88 bottom of the racetrack. Butler still leading. Got Hunt, DuPont, in Fritz. Right there with him, with Helton rounding out your top 5. Single file back from, what is that, about 13th on back, single file. Back there behind that 14 of Vicente Guerrero.
46 of David Overstreet trying to close the gap. Suck up to the back of this pack. Looks like he's going to close in very nicely. Richard Kuhn, Les Levy, all these guys hoping that they don't lose the draft of this main pack as they all close in. Looks like everyone going to be able to form back up. At the front of the field, the 88 of Gabe Butler taking over the race lead. And around goes Robert DuPont. A single car spin down below the yellow line. Now the yellow flag comes out as multiple trucks got involved after we saw the 126 spinning.
Yeah, and I get it was kind of the writing on the walls there at the front of the field, KR. And I'm just focused in at the front right now. I'm not sure what the back or the middle portion of this field look like, but up here at the front, a lot of movement out of these trucks, a lot of pushing and shoving in the center of these corners, really upsetting the rear ends of these trucks. You can see a lot of travel as these guys do make those big bumps in those shoves, even down the straightaways here. You can see a bit of wiggle really coming out of the tail end of these trucks. So the bumpiness of the track, and then just the aggressiveness, the overall aggressiveness that it looks like a handful of these truck drivers are driving with it right now is kind of compounding complications and just causing it a little bit more chaos than what may be necessary. But there again, You don't come to a racetrack to run in fifth. You come to run up front. And getting there, well, it happens. I'm not allowed to use the whole word, so we're just going to use the last two letters. It happens.
As we're watching the replay here, John McCara, Alex Green, all these guys getting together after the 126 went for his ride. Josh Ball goes spinning through the grass. So everyone coming down pit road. Dan Harrington in the 82 drove through pit lane, did not stop in his box. Gabe Butler wins the race off of pit road. And so with that, we're going to take a quick break. No one go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Pace truck heads for pit road, and we get ready to throw the green flag again. Our 8th yellow flag of the night gets pulled back, and we are back under green here in the bumpy road 250. 8 cautions have slowed us down. We still have 30 laps to go in our scheduled distance. And Dave, this one could get ugly in the closing laps.
It could get ugly in the closing laps, but we're going to quickly throw the caution once again. Not really seeing any telltale signs. Maybe some debris out there as we go back under caution once again for the 9th time here tonight. The Bumpy Road 250 brought to you by the OP Premier Super Speedway Racing Series right here each and every Monday night. So KR, again, we're going to come to a crawl back behind the pace truck, and the driver's going to get ready to reset, re-rack them, and restack them.
Yeah, an accordion effect on the restart. Lynn McNeese got hit in the tail end, went for a spin, and that brought out the yellow flag. So with that, we're going to take another break. No one go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Lights are out on the Chevy Silverado as we get racked and stacked once again. 9 yellow flags have flown here tonight in the Bumpy Road 250. Stephen Luttrell, Alex Green at the front of this field. They did not come down pit road this time along with everyone else. So a little bit of strategy being played. We'll see how this works out for the 36 and the 3 as the pace truck heads for pit road. Green flag is out. We are back underway for the Bumpy Road 250.
Yeah, back underway, back on the gas, double file, front of the field, as can be expected. A little bit of a stumble from the drivers on that high lane, so the inside lane gonna pull out a little bit of an advantage. About 2, almost 3 trucks can clear on that bottom lane, but look for that outside lane to come fighting back halfway down the back stretch. First lap after the restart here with 27 laps to go. So KR, if we thought that we were gonna see a longer stint of green flag racing, the aggression levels are just going to intensify here as time's going to begin to run out. The sands in the hourglass are just dropping by minute, lap after lap. Going to be, I think, a little bit more wild each time we go around.
Yeah, this definitely is living up to its bumpy road nature. A lot of yellow flags, and we might have another one shaping up. Looks like everyone's going to settle it down, but holy cow, another close call.
They might as well paint some John Deere paint schemes on a few of these machines, because they out there landscaping for no reason. Sheesh. Got a lot of movement out of these things tonight. Oh my gosh. Big moments at the front again, man. It's, yeah, I don't know what it is, KR, if it's truly just the track just giving these drivers such a fit here tonight, or if maybe, you know, the gloves are off. The holiday is kind of done with. They ain't giving no more thanks. They're gonna take everything they can. They ain't sharing nothing on the table tonight.
Well, with all the yellows that we've had, everyone's starting to feel the crunch of, I have to maximize my green flag time, otherwise I'm not going to go anywhere. So they start pushing a little bit harder, and it starts to become every lap is like the last lap, where they're treating it as if the white flag has come out and they got to get to the front before, as we got 2 more going around. Our 10th yellow flag of the night has come out. Good thing you're here, Dave, as I'd have run out of stuff to talk about 5 yellow flags ago.
See, this is why you need me in the toe beans. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. This latest caution going to catch out like, what, 5, 6 drivers here? Workman, Ball, I believe English is going to be caught up in this one again. So unfortunate for that Red Bull machine. He's just had a little bit of a target on him. Been caught up in a handful of the extracurricular activities here tonight, so that's going to slow us down once again. With less than a stage to go, going to go back green flag racing somewhere around with 22 laps remaining, somewhere in that range, KR. So again, a short run to the end. These drivers are going to be able to make it on fuel, so expect pit road to be a busy place. Yeah, I don't know.
If they hit pit road this time, they're just a bit on the outside of being able to make it to the end of the race.
Really? I was giving these guys like 24 laps of fuel for some reason.
No, it's about 18. Anywhere from 16 to 18 laps. If they really stretch it, 19, but they really got to be stretching it.
Well, with 10 cautions under your belt here tonight, do Do you
Oh
really
yeah,
even?
yeah. That's
I would
yeah.
say, do you even gamble
I
that
don't know,
we're going to
50.
have that green flag run, or do you just run it out knowing there's going to be another one?
I don't know. You can probably do 50 laps with as many yellows as they've had.
I don't know if you're going to stretch 18 to 50, but but
I mean,
you can try. But I don't know. Ask the 11 of Kenny Real. He ran out of fuel. I mean, there you go. Point proven right there. But I mean, I'm staying out. I think the majority of the field's going to come in. I'm just going to stay out until I need the fuel. I mean, I'm banking we get another caution here if I'm on the box, if I'm behind the wheel. So I'm staying out because chances are we get another caution to all these drivers that are coming to pit road now to top off with fuel, maybe get right side tires. They're going to come down pit road to get fuel again anyway. So why give up the track position? Why have to work for the track position? But in retrospect, we've seen the problems at the front tonight, Kayla. We've seen more problems out of the front of this field than what we've seen mid-pack on back. So maybe the safe play is to be in the back of the field.
far in the back.
I mean, if you miss it, you miss it.
Yeah, got to be far in the back to be safe in this situation. So Gabe Butler, now our race leader. Everett Lane, Alex Green, Stephen Luttrell, Vicente Guerrero make up your top 5. Looks like long pit stops for David Overstreet and Josh Ball.
Okay, so looking at some math here. We're gonna math again. Why? Because it takes time. Saying 18 laps on fuel. Looks like Butler was on pit road right here, lap 78. Right, so some quick, easy math. You're looking at 96, 97. That's gonna be about 3 to 4 laps short. That's definitely stretchable. Definitely doable. Problem is, if you're at the front of the field, you're not saving fuel. Kill day for the win. You like how I deduced it to that?
Kill day for the win. There you go.
Well, I mean, I picked him to win the pole my first week, so we're going to pick him to win the race here tonight. It's a little bit late in the going, I know. Maybe, is what it is. But 85. We're calling it right here, right now. 85 to the front.
85 to the front. Alrighty. Not a bad pick.
Now, if he goes here and crashes right on this restart, then it's a mulligan, okay?
Ah.
Oh, Lord, what have we come to? What have we come to? Well, here we go once again. Pace truck back in. Green flag gonna fly for the 11th time here tonight from Daytona International Super Speedway. Fresh on the gas and getting up to speed. They make their way towards turn 1, stacked up at the front. No real big movers or jumpers just yet. Too early on the restart lap, obviously, but look for turn 3 to be where the pushing and shoving really starts.
Down to 20 laps to go. The 88, our pole sitter, out in front. Everett Lane up 24 spots to be where he is at. That would make him our biggest mover of the race here tonight.
KR, you know, we haven't talked about this driver much at all here tonight, and quietly up 21 positions here tonight. Just because you mentioned Everett Lane being up 23, had to look through the field. And how about that 04 blacked out Wranglers machine of Mark? Man, just a quiet night for Mark. I haven't talked about him at all. And here he is, less than 20 to go. Inside the top 10, man. Great run.
Did you know he was in this race?
Until now, no.
Not me either.
I mean, I hate to call the guy out, but he ain't been doing nothing, or at least just been quiet about doing everything, and boom, he just shows up. I don't know how he does it, but man, heck of a run.
Now Mark Mann doing a good job.
You ever watched a deer on ice? That's what these trucks look like, man. They are all over the place.
A deer or a giraffe?
Well, I mean, same thing.
I don't know. A giraffe on ice is way more funnier than a deer. Because it's so much bigger.
You find me a giraffe that is around ice and I will watch it.
Okay.
I just think you're going to have trouble getting those two things together. That's like a polar bear in the desert.
I'm going to raise a giraffe and teach it how to ice skate just to prove you wrong.
Well, the Toys R Us mascot does not count as a giraffe.
Yes, it does.
Just because his name is Jeffrey the Giraffe doesn't mean it counts. Tell you what I can count. 2 rows deep, now make it 3 wide, front of the field, battling for the race lead. Trucks super slippery out there. Not quite so sure I'd want to be up in the mix right now, but 3 wide, 3 rows deep. Here we go, make it 4.
Going 4 wide at a 3 wide track, huh?
4 rows deep, KR. 4 rows deep.
Oh, I gotcha. I knew that.
And now you can't even count it because it all just dissipated, dissolved. Poof, be gone.
Things are getting a little bit hectic as we're down to 16 laps to go. Alex Green trying to make his truck very wide, gonna bring out the next yellow flag. 11 cautions on the night. Alex still out of control. Looks like he's finally gathered it back in. Let's see what brought out this yellow flag. Back that up just a little bit further. Looked like a bump from Bubba Winningham into Kenny Reel into Alex Green is what's going to bring out the yellow flag. And then Alex with a little extracurricular slideshow, I should say. Got a little extra sideways there and gathered it back in.
Well, you might as well give the fans a little extra for their money, right? When you have the opportunity. But how about the Bubba Bump?
The Bubba Bump?
Yeah, you said Bubba winning game. Just got into another driver. So it was the Bubba Bump. No? Okay, I'm sorry.
No, I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. Because you said it so quick, I was like, what did he just say?
I didn't say that quick. I said that normal. The Bubba Bump.
Ah. Well, everyone is coming down pit road for what should be the final pit stop of this race. So maybe we're getting the final of something finally. Finally, the final of something.
Finally, the finals.
Finally, the final pit stop?
No.
No worries, guys. I don't have to go pick up my son in a snowstorm. You take your time. Keep throwing these yellows. It's fine. Nope, the wife got him. Never mind. We're good. Throw as many yellows as you need. I can be reasonable. Told the wife, we're still going. How about you, Dave? You get any snow yet?
Have you forgotten that the state that I live in has the word South in front of it?
No.
Snow is not a thing, really.
Snow's in South Dakota.
Yeah, has there ever been a single time where you have heard me and said, yep, South Dakota?
Yes, just now.
I mean, that's about the one and only time. Nothing about me says South Dakota. Just gonna throw that out there. But no, unfortunately, haven't really had snow in a good couple years. Did get a hurricane last year, though. But that was into September. No snow yet, but no snow down here is more like what you guys would call not even a dusting. You guys would probably call it a light dusting, and they shut everything down and everybody steals the bread and milk.
Oh, nice.
Don't ask me what you're gonna do with 5 loaves of bread and 4 gallons of milk, but there you go.
Hey, I mean, everyone stole toilet paper for COVID, so who are we to judge?
We are not getting into that one, okay? You're not gonna drag me into this one. Just saying. I'm going to gracefully bow out. Yeah, I want no part of that one. That's a rabbit hole that we don't need to follow Alice down.
All right, we're on board with the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. We'll have him take us through this restart. Crosby tucked in tight behind the 6 of Bubba Winningham. Junior's got a little bit of work cut out for him if he'd like to get to the front of the field. Maybe going to end up in the 3rd lane. He's a driver who's not afraid to use that 3rd lane. And I don't think we've seen him up there quite as much as he'd like to be just yet, but keep an eye on this 33. I think he's going to find a way to get to that 3rd lane.
Yeah, the Callaway sponsored machine. Well, I've seen it in that high lane a little bit in happy hour. Haven't really seen them jump up there too much here in race trim, but you know, with laps counting down, you got to do what you got to do, and you got to be ready to make the run to the front. And we're going to see who's got what it takes to get there, as the green flag will fly once again. 12 laps to go here at the Bumpy Road.
Look,
250.
they crashed.
Problems on the start, big problems. Parking lot. Well, we'll stick with the golf concept in here, and we'll try to put it back on the tee and mow
Try again. All right, we're gonna step away for another break. No one go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is racked and stacked. Once again, we get ready to launch them after our 12th yellow flag of the night. Hopefully our final yellow flag, and we can get through this to the end without any more stoppages or slowdowns or cautions, whatever it is that we got going on tonight.
A little extracurricular activities, you know, here and there scattered throughout tonight's race brought us to a crawl for the 12th time here tonight, KR. So again, yeah, hopefully these drivers have settled down just enough to get us some action-packed high speed,
no,
high
Latrell just crashed under yellow.
Crashed under caution. So
Throw the green flag anyways. Let's go.
There goes the base car lights back on once again. So we're going to go around a couple more times. And, well, that's going to shorten things up as well. So I think we're going to end up going back green flag here somewhere around lap 95, 96-ish. So should have about 5-6 laps to the end. Maybe.
No, the lights have already gone out. So next time by.
Oh, quick caution.
Yeah. I want to thank everyone who has been hanging out with us in YouTube chat. Thank you guys for sticking with us. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope you will continue to stick around. Don't forget to cheer often for your favorite driver. Let me know who you think is going to win, as we're going to have 7 laps to go when the green flag comes back out. Let me know who you think's going to win this one here tonight. And yeah, I want to thank you all for sticking around as long as you have.
Okay, or if my pick to win the race pulls it off, he's going to have an Earnhardt moment here tonight. Going to restart here back in 19th, man. That's going to be rough for Kill Day to try to overcome, but yeah, we'll see if he can do it. I think he's got it in him. I think he does.
Of course. He's got it in him. Just can we pull it out of him?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have nothing else to say on that one, but maybe we can put some beer inside of the cart and go ahead and check out here tonight, since we got Guinness lining up to the Instacart machine as we get ready to roll out of 4 stacked up. Gonna hit the gas once again and set the machines loose. So yeah, here we go. Final, what's it gonna be, 6 laps?
7. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Gabe Butler in the 88 and the 19 of Zach Workman door to door as they head for turn number 1. Looks like this time everyone getting away cleanly. All right, we got them into 4th gear this time, Dave. Everyone into high gear.
Yeah, and I think getting away cleanly is a little bit premature to say. There's a little bit of bumper beating going on up there out of your top. I want to say about your top 8 or so. Looks like 15 wants to jump out to that high side, so Crosby wanting to make a move here. We'll see if he does it. To stay tucked in line as we get ready to come through the tri-oval back across the stripe. 6 to go here, double file all the way through this 30. I believe it's going to be the full field packed up here.
Down to 6 laps to go. Zach Workman trying to make that truck very wide at 19. Down on the bottom line, Peter DeBorgia pushing on his back bumper. Gabe Butler with the momentum for the moment, but Butler is not going to clear the 19 by the time they go off into turn number 3.
And look at that 11 of Kenny Reel back to the top side of the racetrack once again, making some big moves. We've seen Reel up there on the high side multiple times, and you can see why, man. Big run from the rear of this field. Now going to knock on the door, going 3 wide at the front for the race lead. And that outside lane really, excuse me, really does get going, but it's a bit treacherous right there off of these corner exits, man. Whew.
3 wide down the back stretch. Zach Workman, Vicente Guerrero, and Gabe Butler leading their lines as we're gonna get out of shape once again. And the 13th yellow flag has come out.
Yeah, that's going to be yet another big one, KR. That's going to be Mark Mann,
Did we
Sean
just
Stevens,
have a mercy
Prince,
kill?
Arrington.
Like a mercy kill and just stick a fork in this race, call it good?
My plane ticket's good for whenever I hit the tarmac.
Oh my.
You know what the good thing about flying private now is? Like, I don't even have to have a checked bag. I just get on and go. It's the best thing ever.
Oh my. 13 yellow flags in a 100-lap race. Unbelievable. This one isn't even fun anymore.
when you got a horse, you got to get on and ride it.
Or beat it to death.
You know, there are good things that come from that. You know, glue is one of them.
Horse meat's very tasty.
I can't do that, man. You can't eat Secretariat, bro. That's crazy.
No, he's dead and rotted away. You can't eat him. He's been dead for years.
No, you can't do that. You gotta eat Bambi, bro.
I eat Bambi.
That's much better.
I like Bambi. What else? Have you ever had alligator meat?
Absolutely. Alligator tail is divinely delicious.
It is surprisingly delicious. It's got like that firm texture when you first bite into it, but then it's so tender. It's like, how does that happen?
It's the best chicken that isn't chicken.
Yes. That would be how I would describe it.
Well, when you get a child of about 6 years old to eat them, and
You're
tell you
eating
that the
6-year-old
chicken- children? No, I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer. There's a
You
big
just said
difference.
when you get a child of 6 years old to eat them.
To eat them, meaning alligator tail.
Oh.
And tell you this is the best chicken nuggets that they've ever had. That's a win in life, especially when you see their face when you tell them that that's not chicken at all. It's a wonderful sight and a wonderful experience. If you haven't been able to do it, do it. Take your neighbor's kids if you got to. Legally,
eat them?
legally.
Oh.
Make sure you have permission. Don't just take them. Make sure you have permission.
Take them and stuff them in the basement.
No,
Grill them
that
at
is not
400
what you wanna do.
degrees.
You realize if I get a knock on my door now, I'm sending them your way of like, that was not me. That was
I mean, you're the
other
one
guy.
saying it.
No. Children eating alligator tail.
Oh, okay. Maxine Grimes says she likes chicken better.
I mean, I don't know. Anytime I go to a restaurant that actually has them, because there's not a lot down here that do, but always got to get it. Always. I can have chicken every day, but I can't have alligator tail every day. I wonder if you can smoke it.
You
I mean, you can
smoke
smoke
any
chicken.
meat.
You can smoke chicken, right? So why not smoke alligator tail,
Absolutely.
right? It should work out.
I think so.
Gonna have to look into that soon.
Well, either way, the lights have gone out on the pace truck. Probably because Dave ate the lights.
Well, I mean, I am getting a little bit hungry, but you know, not quite hangry yet. But we're on our way pretty soon. But nonetheless, I think we're into green-white checkered territory here at KR. I think this is going to be an unofficial attempt at a green-white checker. We're going to come to the green flag with, I believe, actually crossing the line at lap 100. So. Should be a green-white checkered attempt for us here. We're going to see if we can work our way through it and get a fresh face into victory lane. DeBorgia going to bring us to the green flag with Workman, Overstreet, and Butler lined up behind them. How about Vicente Guerrero making it back inside the top 10? Going to start from the third lane. Logston and Real, English and Hunt round out your top 10 on the gas, and away we go. Green flag flies once again here in Daytona.
Workman and DeBorgia door to door heading for turn number 1 as Lynn McNeese, last week's race winner, trying to use the third lane to make it 2 wins in a row. But he has fallen back as no one is up there in that third lane with him just yet. Down the backstretch with 2 laps to go here in this green-white checkered attempt.
Yeah, I mean, I understand what the 84 is doing there. You got to jump out there, try to claim your territory a little bit early, but I think all the drivers that have jumped out there know how treacherous that third lane truly is. So I think they're going to be waiting here to watch them to make that move. Ooh, if we get to it, golly, through the tri-oval. I would expect to see that move really coming right here on the exit of 2 to really see that 3-wide battle really break out down the backstretch on this final lap here at Daytona.
Field down the backstretch. Peter DeBorgia has the advantage for the moment. The 88 of Gabe Butler pushing on his back bumper. David Overstreet pushing on the back of the 19 as we go off into turn number 3 for the final time. Kenny Reel getting a little sideways but holds on to it. The 42 off of turn number 4. Here they come, Dave.
Yeah, they're going to fan out right here. Everything going to stay double file for the moment, but DeBorgia going to pull it off at the end. No real big moves. They're going to keep it clean for those top 2 spots. And the 42 going to beat them by, oh man, just about a little bit more than a splitter. DeBorgia and Workman get across the line side by side. Little bit of chaos to get there, but man, what a finish.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our results as they go through their cool down lap. Peter DeBorgia picking up the race win. Zach Workman second. Third goes to Gabe Butler. David Overstreet fourth. Fifth, Vicente Guerrero. Jeff Crosby Sr. in sixth. Seventh goes to Kenny Reel. Dustin Logston in 8th. 9th is Dave Hunt. Anthony English 10th. 11th, Josh Ball. 12th, Richard Kuhn. 13th, Bubba Winningham. Dan Harrington in 14th. 15th is Adam Strom. Alex Giffen in 16th. Lynn McNeese 17th. Jimmy Reynolds in 18th. 19th goes to Logan Helton. Jeff Crosby Jr. in 20th. 21st, Andrew Schroeder. Sean McCarra 22nd, 23rd Zach Fritsch, 24th Mark Mann, Les Levy in 25th, 26th Adam Kilday, Everett Lane 27th, 28th going to Eric Laurie, Stephen Luttrell 29th, and then Sean Stevens, Robert DuPont, and Alex Green bring up the tail end of the field for this one as we get ready to talk to our top 3 finishers here tonight. Dave, why don't you kick it off by talking to our race winner and have at it.
Well, Peter,
Where's the 47?
You got a copy?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, bud? Catching you a little bit mic'd up here at the end, but nonetheless, man, congratulations on the race-winning performance. Walk us through those final laps and how'd you get it done?
Oh my gosh, man, that's nuts. It's Gabe and Zach are just incredible in this series. Gabe doesn't have a championship yet, but damn near should, and Workman's a Monday and Saturday champion, and they're a Hall of Famer, and it was just like, all right, like, how do we just not screw this up? Zach's already got a win this season, so I knew he'd be willing to try anything. He didn't care if he brought home just a steering wheel, and Gabe's got 1,000,000 points, so I was like, all right, man, this might be my only chance, and kept it on the bottom, and thought that I might move up there and take Workman's draft and let him push me there at the end, but he just stayed on my right rear the whole time. David Overstreet did a great job keeping him up on me, and I wasn't able to really have any kind of agency in the matter, and just had to keep it close to the yellow so Gabe knew where I was going to be at all the time. And yeah, man, that 88 is just a hell of a pusher.
Well, man, sometimes having no choice is the best choice, and that choice worked out best for you here tonight. So again, congratulations on the win here at Daytona. Before we let you go and celebrate the rest of the night away, any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe any thanks to the guys back at the shop?
Oh yeah, definitely. A couple of things there. First time ever Nerd Esports has won a Monday night race. So I know Dustin and Richard and Jeff Sr., they've all won plenty of races in OP, and some of them on Mondays before, but it's the first time as a team that we've ever actually gotten one done, and I'm glad I could help them out and do that, but it's just for all those guys. They've put in so much effort, and it could have happened to any one of them at any time here. So huge accomplishment for that team, and I appreciate Dustin for taking me on in that role. Extra Life sponsored my car. The marathon was a couple of weeks ago, and we raised almost $1,000. So had a couple last-minute donations last night. But if you want to throw some money, help with sick kids at Johns Hopkins Children's Center, you got until December 31st to do so. You can go back and check my stream VOD. I beat Metroid on NES for the very first time. I'd never even played it before, and had to make a map in Google Sheets as I was doing it, but it was a good time. And then lastly, of course, my wife, we had to switch up bedtimes tonight because my daughter's done with gymnastics, and so she took the older kid bedtime so I could get down here racing in time, and yeah, look how it paid off. So I'm going to try and plead for some extra practice minutes every week.
Well, man, again, congratulations. Enjoy this one. Until next time, my friend, stay safe and keep it fast.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, well, there you have it. Final few words for the man that walks away with the top spot on the podium, checkered flag in hand. Race winner, Peter DeBorgia, and KR, you've caught up with another driver on our podium. I believe you've caught up with the second place runner, Zach Workman, so we'll let you have it.
Zach, welcome to the podium. A solid second place run for you, man.
Yeah, does this include my stage 2 victory as well?
We weren't sure if it was you or not. It was a little hard to know who won the stage in that situation.
Nah, I get it. Yeah, it was all crazy. I just barely had enough, and Kenny ran out, I think, which sucks for him, and I just limped it on home, so.
Well, man, nice job on winning the stage, and congratulations on second place here, man. Tell me a little bit about your race.
Well, it was quite a race. Yeah, I felt like I've been here for like 7 hours just looking at all these four walls. Amount of pacing we did, which we'll clean up, you know, usually we'll have a couple bad ones, so it's all good. But no, we just the first stage we kind of got out of sequence a little bit. We were up front, and then I went to go block Logan, and I just got loose. I just lost it, so we were out of sequence with track position, so I flipped the stage there, and we were just flipping stages pretty much to just get track position for the end, because usually we go green for stage 3 or a big chunk of it. Did not accomplish tonight, but yeah, we went three wide when we were gonna look like it was gonna pit soon with me and Pete. That's how we got up to like first and second, and then the caution fell where we didn't have to pit anymore, so ended on a good time. We just stayed up front. Pete got past me on the second to last run, kind of controlled the race from there. But big shout out to Dave O. He was about to quit like 20 laps ago. His truck was all messed up, and he stayed with it and gave me a shot at the end, so I appreciate him.
All right, man, nice job. Any other shout outs, thank yous, anything else you need to say?
Shout out the No Press the boys. New team, figuring out all our stuff. Vince, Josh, Kenny was in different chat tonight, but he was helping out. We got Steve, we got Adam Strom, all the boys there. Appreciate you guys for watching us. It was like 4 hours, so we got a real good deal on a time amount you spent with us. So, that was great. I always love spending time with the boys too. Got to appreciate my girlfriend for watching my child so she doesn't unplug shit. And got to shout out my parents for watching the, it seems like 6 hours of Daytona 08 OP edition.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a long one, but either way, man, congratulations on coming away with a solid second place finish.
See, you say that, but would you rather spend time with us or the actual family you love and care about, KR? See, you gotta spend the amount of time we have together, because we only really get together like twice a week.
Monday and Wednesdays.
You see them the 5 other days, so maybe we'll change it to 8 hours.
You're right. Let's make it 8 hours next time.
Yeah, probably close, but yeah.
All right, Zach. Man, nice job.
All right, thanks, buddy. Thanks, Dave. We'll see ya.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Dave, you've caught up with our final podium finisher.
Yeah, I've had a chance to stroll on down the block and catch up with the driver of the 88 machine, Gabe. Good run for you here tonight. You ran at the front the majority of the night. You walked away with a pole position, but didn't quite get the race win. Still getting some good points at the end of this thing, walking away with third. Walk us through your night and how you feeling about it?
Workman talks too much.
Well, with that being said, we'll see you next week. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Heck of a run for you, man. Again, congratulations on the pole. Just give us a little bit of a rundown from your seat in tonight's race.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of got lucky most of the race. I was able to avoid most of the carnage that was going on. We kind of had way too many cautions, and we got one set of stage points, which is fine. But, I mean, P3 here, again, just trying to stay consistent and try and get podium finishes as best I can. And, overall, playing Bumpy Daytona in the trucks. Yeah, P3, I'll take it.
Well, man, again, congratulations on the great points day. You're going to have some more points with that pole position and lap lead as well. So, again, all around great points day for you. So, before we let you go and walk away from the track here tonight, would you like to give any final shout-outs? Thank yous, love yous.
Yeah, give you guys a shout-out up in the booth. You do a great job there at Turn 3 Racing Network, and all the OPs at the admin OPs admins. I'll be all right in a second, fellas. I'm tired. It was a long race, and they do a great job. And of course, Team Bootknocker there, Jimmy, Everett, Eric. We had a decent night. Hopefully next week will be a bit better, so we're looking forward to that.
All right, my man. Well, again, congratulations on the great points night. We look forward to catching up with you a little bit later on throughout the season. But until then, my friend, stay safe and keep it fast.
And it's an Irish flag, by the way, not an Italian one.
Yeah. I got called out on that already. Damn it.
I'm messing with you, man. All right. Have a good evening.
All right, well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on. In my defense, everybody needs to be Italian, and it kind of looked red. Sorry, but okay, yeah, I'm done.
All right. Either way, we're all wrapped up here tonight. Look forward to seeing you all next week, and then hopefully we won't have as many yellows next week. But until then, y'all stay safe. Have a great night.